Okay, so for this video, I'm gonna implement some of the animations for the zombie that I created in the last video. But before I do that, there's something I need to take care of, which is I have to work on these colliders around the zombie. I'm gonna make them. Right now, they're really rough, and none of them are parented to any of the sockets. So what I gotta do is I gotta go into the skeleton, and I've got to finish making some sockets. So if I want to dock it up here, so far, I'll just need the torso skeleton. Okay, so the torso. Um, so spine base. Spine base 01, is it? Okay, so spine base needs a socket. So spine base, spine 1 needs a socket. So right click, add socket. Spine 2 needs a socket. Chest, I already made a socket. Head has a socket. I need an upper arm socket, upper arm left, forearm left socket. I have to do the same for the right side. So right arm, right upper arm socket. Right forearm. And you have to do the legs. So the legs are liquor. So upper leg, that socket. Lower leg, add socket. And same for the right side. Add socket. And add socket. Okay, so back in the zombie, I'm going to select on the torso, which is I have several skeletal meshes, and I'm going to use the torso as the main one with all the sockets. So I'm going to add a scene, which is an empty object, and I'm going to call it socket spine base. Have the torso selected again. Have another scene, socket spine 1. Scene, socket spine 2. Add a scene, name it socket chest. Add scene. Whoops. I. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. 2. seam, socket, head, seam, socket, upper arm, left, socket, forearm, left, I keep doing that, I'm going to delete that, socket, upper arm right, socket, forearm right, socket, upper leg left, lower leg left, upper leg right, and lastly, socket, lower leg right. Okay, so what I need to do now is all these sockets I just created, I'm going to go down the list, and in the details panel under sockets, there's a thing called parent socket. You just search for whatever socket that you need. So right now I'm looking for upper arm right. So upper arm right is right here. Forearm right. Upper leg left. Lower leg left. Upper leg right. Forearm left. Spine base. Spine 1. Upper arm left. Spine 2. Chest. Head. And lower leg right. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly go through these. Upper arm right, forearm right, upper leg left, lower leg left, upper leg right, forearm left, spine base, spine 1, upper arm left, spine 2, chest, head, and lower leg. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to make this nice and big so I can see everything. So the head collider, which is the one highlighted, is going to go into the head socket. It's going to be parented under the head socket. Torso collider is going to be under I'll put it under spine base for now, but I have to break that up and add them to spine 1, spine 2, and chest. Arm left. Oh, I made a mistake. Upper arm left. Upper arm right. Upper leg left. Upper leg right. Okay, so I've got all the colliders in the correct into the correct sockets. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and start with this left one, but first I'm going to delete the right side because I'm just going to do the left side and then I'll copy and paste and mirror it on the other side. So arm left, oops, what happened there? Maybe it's better just to do it here. So there's going to be one there. Copy and paste. And I'll move this one over here. So this one will be parented to the forearm. So the upper arm, we're going to copy, paste, put it up in there. I'll have to do it by hand. Guess it's now roughly here. And I'll parent that to the upper right arm. Look at the forearm left. copy paste, move this one over here, and I'll parent it to upper arm left, forearm right. So I'll just take all these that I just created, oops, and I'm gonna, I guess I have to do one by one. It's not perfect, but it looks a little bit better. So all the arm ones I'm going to close just to make it look cleaner. And I'll do the legs. So the right one I'll delete for now. Leg left. Copy paste. And this one will be parented under upper leg right. So I'll grab the leg collider again, copy paste, and I'll move this one down to fit the lower leg. Go into the left view, it looks fine. So this would be the lower leg left, copy paste, and this will be under lower leg right. Okay, so I got the lower leg right, upper leg right, lower leg left, upper leg left. So the head socket is okay. It's the one under this. So all the arms I can close. I don't need to see those. So it's this one that I'm going to fit. Oops. So this one's under spine base. So if I go to my Blender model, the torso starts here. Like this is the spine base joint. So it starts here to about right below his belly button to about here. So I'm going to make it about that size. So this would be, oops, about that size. Oops. Let's bring it forward. From the front, it looks okay. Make it a little bit thinner. So 0.007. That's good. Control copy, copy paste. This one goes from here actually the first one has to be thinner. About there. This one has to be thinner too, so it goes to about there. Copy paste, this one goes to about there. And lastly, one more about here, but I want this to be a little bit bigger. So this one can move back. This can move back a little bit. And this can move back just a touch. So this one stays. The second one goes to spine 1. This one goes to spine 2. And this last one goes to socket chest. Okay, so these are all parented to the bone sockets. So they're all gonna, if it's animated, if this character is animated, it's going to, well, these colliders are gonna follow the mesh. And all the, so just say for the torso, just the, oh, this is ignoring, I have to make sure all these are clicked, so I might as well go down the entire list. So head needs to ignore, for some reason torso was blocked, but I need to ignore the torso and just have the head clicked, have the arm left. Only the arm left should be clicked. Forearm left. Again, same one as the one before. Arm left. Both this one as well as this one is going to trigger the same response. It's going to play the same animation, and the entire arm is going to disappear, regardless of whether it's this one or this one. That's it. This one is upper arm right, so arm right has to be clicked, not arm left. torso is torso, which is good. This one has to be, anything up the spine is all torso, torso, torso. Spine 2, torso, chest, torso. They all trigger the same response, like the same animations, as well as the upper body disappearing. And for arm right is right arm, not left arm. Upper leg left is leg left. Lower leg left is leg left. Upper leg right is leg right. And lower leg right is leg right. Okay, so that's pretty much all set up now. So I'm going to start, first I need to compile this. Then I'm going to go into the animation folder of the zombie and import all the animations. So I'm going to go to a folder that has all my zombie animations. Whoops, sorry, the FBX folder. And I'm going to select everything. Anything that doesn't say default pose. So all anyone that says default pose, these are the individual body parts. All the other ones are the animations that I did in the previous video. So I'm going to press open. This window prompts you to select the skeletal mesh, so I'm going to select my zombie torso, not the leg or the arm or the head. I'm doing everything with the torso. And I just have to double check and make sure import animations is checked. And I press import. Yeah, that's going to take a little bit. Okay, so with all these imported, I'm going to press save all. Save. Save all. So quickly, I'm just going to copy and paste some things from a different, one of my other projects. So all this is basically what I did in the last video, where each of the body parts get shot. So when the trace from the player as it hits the head, then it gets a message from the player BP, message for the torso, message for the arm, so on and so forth. So this will be, I'll call this body parts hit by line trace. Give it a bubble. And I need to create a variable. Oh, I gotta bring this up first. Okay, create a variable called distance to player. I'm not going to use this right now, but probably will need it later on. So it has a float. And copy. Oops. And paste. And I'll do a custom event called distance to player. Actually, I'll call it distance to player tick. And out of the event tick, I'm going to create a sequence node, and I'm going to call up distance to player tick. So this I'll call distance to player. Move all this over. Another piece of code that I'm going to copy and paste is moving towards the player, which I think is this one. Use torso skeletal mesh. I'm going to create a variable called how fast to move. So by default, it's going to be 0. I want to have, oops. So first I'll add a custom event. And I'll call it how fast to move tick. And I'm going to call it up here. How fast to move tick. And from here I'm going to get a branch. It says if how fast to move equals 0, which is the default, then do this. If it's false, it's going to check to see if the value of how fast to move is 1. If so, then do this one. So all I need to do is I can set either this or this to 0. So I'll just do interpolation speed to 0. Actually, I don't do this. You just need these two. So how this works is okay, so actually I could have, no, I'll just leave it the way it is. So it's taking the capsule component. Oh, sorry, it's getting the actor location, and that's the current, and then it's giving it a target of where it wants to go from the current location. So it wants to go get actor location plus the forward vector times 20. So wherever the location is of the character, forward 20 units. So that's why there's a plus. So get location plus the forward vector times 20, and it's asking for not just how much. So 20 gives the value of how much forward, but also the interpolation speed. So if this variable how fast to move is 0, then I'm just setting the interpolation speed to 0. But if it's set to 1, which is like when I'm using 1 as walking, then it sets interpolation to 4. So that's the speed. How fast to move. Oops. And I'm going to create another one called another custom event called base animation tick, and I'll call that up in the event tick, so it's constantly fired. Base animation tick. Okay, so with this base animation tick being triggered, I'm going to create a branch, and I'm also going to create another variable called which base animation. And if I compile it, default pose is 0. So if equals 0, then I'm going to play. First I need to make a sequence. Oh, sorry, no, I need to make a do once node. In the sequence, play animation in torso. Oh, sorry, I need to play animation like over here. I need all of these because there's 6 skeletal meshes that are overlapping each other. And they all have to play the same animation. So so all of them are going to play. If it's 0, which base animation? And the base animation is going to be zombie idle. I'm going to copy and paste. If it's false, if it's not, then it's going to go and check if it's equal to, for which base animation is equal to 1. Then it's going to play the zombie walk. And I'm going to add more to that. But for now, I'm just going to leave it for like this for now. So this is which base animation make it bigger ahead of times because I know that I would add more stuff. So now, what I'm going to do is I would go back to this part that I made in the last video. So just say the head gets hit by the line trace. I had it so that the head disappears, so the visibility is set to false. I'm going to get rid of these. I was going to use ragdoll, setting collision profile to ragdoll, and simulate physics, but I'm not going to do that anymore. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to play animation. Play animation, and again, I need all of these. Oh, the one thing I forgot down here for which base animation, it does everything once. So for the idle, it's a 1 second animation, so I need a delay node of 1, and after 1 second, it resets it. So it's connected to the event tick, so it's constantly firing. So every time it fires, it does this once, and after 1 second, it resets it. And I need the same thing down here for the walk. The walk is also 1 second as well. So I'm going to delay it for 1 second, and then reset. So for the head, I need to remember to get all of these. Put in here. I want to go back to Blender and see how long this is. Okay, so this is 3 seconds. Zombie, headshot, collapsed. And then a delay of 3 seconds, because it takes 3 seconds to play this animation. So after 3 seconds, it's going to set which base animation to 2. So the way I'm going to set this up is so this is going to be 2, and after that animation is done, because it's set to 2 after 3 seconds, it's going to play the collapsed idle, so he's on the ground. which is also a 1 second animation. So I'm just going to go and grab these. I'm going to press C, and I'll call this 0 idle. So 0 is the idle. C, this will be number 1, so this would be walk. And then C2 head shot collapsed idle. Okay, so far so good. So that's the headshot. Okay, so the next one will be the torso. So I'm going to need a sequence as well. And I need to make this, I need to bring all this stuff down so I can give myself more room. I'll play this animation node. And this is the zombie torso hit blown back. And after, I forget how long the animation was, so whoops. You can see how long that animation was. I just need to go into animation. And this one was 3 seconds as well. Oh, sorry, 1 second. So after 1 second, I'm going to set which base animation to 3. Now I need to go back, I need to go down here. Copy, paste. If this is false, then if which base animation is 3, then I need to play blown back idle. So he's that's when he gets hit in the chest and he flies back, and then he's on the ground, and this is the idle animation while he's on the ground. So I'll call this will be 3 torso hit blown back idle. So I've got those done. This one's simple. Sequence. It's on the arm left. So the arm disappears, but he also has to play arm left hit. So if the arm gets hit, he's still standing, so I don't have to change the base animation. It just plays that one animation. And then this one's arm. Right hit. Okay, so this is the fun one. If the leg gets hit, then the animation that's going to be played is going to be leg hit fall. And I need to see how long it was. So that's just 1 second. So after a delay of 1 second, whoops, a delay of 1 second, then which base animation is going to be set to, what's the next number? It's going to be set to 4. So all this I can just copy paste, do the same thing for the other leg, the right leg. It's the exact same animation. I don't have a separate animation for each leg, I just have one. It doesn't matter if you hit the left or right leg, it just plays the same animation. So over here, I'm going to copy, paste all this. So this is if 3 is false, which base animation equals 4, then I have 3 different animations I could play here, depending on whether he has both arms, one arm, or two arm, or left arm or right arm. But for now, I'm just going to keep it simple and just do the both a 2-arm crawl. And that's only a 1 second animation, so the do once is reset after 1 second. Okay, so first, call this 4 leg hit fallen middle. And I'm dying to try this out, so I'm going to compile, and I'm going to try it. Before I try it out, I should probably close this other project, because having both open is going to bog things down, but I just need to think for a second if I need anything else from here. I don't think so. Let's go ahead and close it. Okay, so one thing I should do, just to make things more efficient, is I should go do my Clint BP just so I don't have to go grab my gun each time, for demonstration purposes, I'm going to set gun equipped true, and how many shells to, I'll put like 100. So right now it's 6, but let's put 100 for now, so I have a lot to play with. And these zombies, I'm going to make a few more, so I'll go ahead and hit play. So he's got the gun right away. So if I go over to one, I don't know why they're all going into the ground. Oh, they're all moving towards me. Why is it moving towards me? I don't want it to move towards me. Maybe it's the interpolate speed. That should be left alone. Maybe this factor should be made 0. Actually, a better way to do this is to break this link and put the actor location for both current and target, so they're not going anywhere. So if I go and I shoot his head's gone, and then he falls over, because if the zombie's head is gone, then I guess he has no brain left, so he doesn't function. If I shoot the torso, it gets blown back, but the animation is weird. There's like a break in the middle. If I shoot if I shoot the leg, he stands back up. I don't know why. I'm going to shoot the arm. There we go. The arm's gone. So it's the leg one that's not working right now. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to go to my zombie, and I remember that there was a problem with the mesh, so I need to re-import those before I do that. Actually, I'm going to go do that real quick. Okay, my computer just crashed. I have to open everything back up. So one thing in the Clint that I want to turn on, just for presentation purposes, is by default I want shotgun to be, where is it? I want it to be visible. I'm also going to go, I think it was the torso animation where it wasn't playing properly or something. Okay, it's the right animation. I think what's happening is when I play this animation, just say he gets shot in the head and I play the animation where he gets shot in the head. I think that animation interferes with the base animation that's playing at any given moment. So right now it's 0, so it would be the zombie idle animation. So what I want to do is I want to create another variable. So it will be a boolean called can play base animation. So out of this tick, I need a branch. In all these any of these animations, the base animations can only play if this can play base animation boolean is true. So it's true by default. But in all these animations, or in all these instances where these body parts get hit, I'm going to have to set the value of that boolean. Come on, where are you? Okay, this is nice and big because I'm going to need more space. So for the first one, I'm going to can play base animation to false, and then after this 3-second delay, I'm going to set this to true, because in the instance of this headshot situation, the headshot animation plays, but that animation is 3 seconds. So after 3 seconds of playing the animation, the base animation is changed to 2. So in that 3-second duration, it's turned off, and then after those 3 seconds, it's turned back on. I'm thinking that this might fix that problem of the animation's not playing properly, but I'm going to find out. So I'm going to do it for all of these, or for the ones that have. I actually do have to do it for all of them. This one is after a delay of 1 second. This is the arm left. believe the upper arm left animations are only when the upper arm gets hit. Those hit animations are, I believe, only 1 second. I think. I'll just leave it for 1 second. The legs. I guess I need more space. The legs are also 1 second. I also mentioned the reason why I'm not using an animation blueprint or blend spaces for these zombies is because usually when you make an enemy, like in a game, those enemies like appear multiple times, like in Mario, like the mushroom or those turtle characters appear like in many different places. So if the animator's playing like an animation, it plays the animation in every enemy, and we don't want that. So um, each zombie has to be slightly different from each other. Anyways, that's why I'm doing. That's why I'm controlling all the animations in script. So if you're wondering why everything looks like spaghetti so fast, it's because I'm doing everything in script. I think that's really the only way. There is another way called what's it called? Blueprints. There's one for NPCs that Unreal has, but I don't use that. I like doing everything from scratch. Okay, so the gun's visible now. So I'm gonna go ahead and see what happens with each of these body parts now. So if I go for okay, this is so hard to aim. Okay, that animation looks so much better because it's the idle animation isn't interfering with it. I think. Here I'm going to hit the torso, and it should play with no problem. It's beautiful. The only problem is he's not flush to the ground, which I'm going to try and fix later. I hit a leg. And if I hit the arm, arm, that looks pretty good. Okay, going to quickly save everything. One thing I really want to change under Clint is under the event graph. I have this crosshair widget. I'm going to copy. I'm going to break this link. This only happens when So the aim button is pressed, then it adds the crosshair to the screen, and when the button is let go, whoops. Yeah, so when the aim button is pressed, which is the middle mouse button, then I need to remove, is this the right one? Remove from parent. I don't remember. Remove. I think it's remove from parent. So I'll just drag this down here and plug it into the sequence of when the button is up. So let me just try this out. So there's no reticle. If I press the middle mouse button, the reticle appears. If I let go, the reticle disappears. Okay, good. Okay. Another thing that I want to do is I want to start off by making the base animation 1. So I want them to walk, and I want the can play, which base animation is 1, which is the walking. How fast to move is 1. So it's starting to move right away, and which base animation, the base animation is the walking, so both of these are set to 1. When it gets hit in the head, the zombie gets hit in the head, then how fast to move gets set to 0. If it gets hit in the torso, same thing. Gets set to 0, how fast to move. If it gets shot in the arm, it gets set to 0. But after a delay of 1 second, it gets set to 1 again. Same for the other arm. I'm going to make more room. The leg is blown off. But then for both of them, it's going to be the same as the arms, except yeah, it's going to start moving as well. It's going to stop for 1 second to play the animation and start moving forward again. The only difference is that for the arms, I need to make a boolean arm left intact, another one called arm right intact. I'm going to compile. Both of these are set to true. So both of these are true, but when the arms get hit, if arm left gets hit, then arm left is set to false, arm left intact. If the right arm gets hit, the arm right intact is set to false. The reason this is important is because when one of the legs gets blown off, he's on the ground crawling. So when he's in this state, then to make this way bigger, and it's going to be controlled by booleans. So the first boolean is this animation is two arms, two arm crawl. So that's only playing if arm left intact and arm right intact. Whoops. Get both of these. These are true, so I need an and boolean. Both of these are true. I'm going to play this. Otherwise, I need two more of these. I'll plug these two into the false for the previous one. If the right is intact, and left is not, this is zombie arm right crawl. On the other hand, if the left hand is intact and the right arm isn't, then is the arm left crawl. I compile. I'll try this out. Okay, so I'll save everything first, and I'll play. So right now I'm just worried about them moving towards me. They are moving towards me, but they are moving towards, I think, my feet. What happens if I go over here? Okay. I'm going to try grabbing everything, all the skeletal meshes, and dumping it under the capsule. Because I know that's the way it is in my other project. That does absolutely nothing. I'm going to break this. Split pin. And maybe if I move the Z up to 80, is it the Z? Yeah, the Z. I'm going to move it up. Whoops. Nope, that was a bad idea. It wasn't supposed to be there. It should have been here. I'm going to break this. Split pin. Split struck pin. And it's the Z where I add 87. Oh, that's even worse. They're way up in the sky. I'll have to play around with it. So, I forgot one thing. I created a rotate to player tick. I attached it to the event tick, so it's constantly ticking away. And I'm going to rotate, set actor rotation. So using a rotation interpolator to interpolate to get actor rotation is the current, whatever the rotation is at any moment. And then the target is get actor rotation, same as this one, except I'm only changing the Z, so I'm keeping X and Y to whatever the actor rotation is of the zombie, but I'm setting a new Z based on the actor location, and the target is the the player's capsule component, and the world location of the capsule component. So that means it's constantly rotating to um, the player's capsule component, just in the Z axis though. And get world delta seconds and interpolation speed of 10. So it's rotating towards the character now, but still not. I'm not sure why this actor is not responding to gravity, and it's also not colliding with the floor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into. I'm going to open up my truck blueprint. The truck blueprint has where is it? It has a rotate to ground, but I'm going to use move to ground. So I'm going to create another custom event called move to ground tick. It's gonna work. Move to ground tick, and I'll just call that up in the event tick. Move to ground tick. So I'm just going to grab everything I have here, the truck, paste it right here. Okay, so I'm doing a line trace, looking for the ground, so trace channel is set to ground. So capsule world location is the start, and the end is capsule get up vector minus times minus 200. So get world location plus the get up vector down minus 200. I'm actually going to no, actually that's pretty good. So if something is hit, then this one is a set world rotation. Instead I'm going to use this one. So I'm not trying to rotate it, I'm trying to move it. Just gonna like this. Move this down. So this, and I'm going to plug in out hit location and interpolation speed. I'll put like 100. So I have no idea if this is going to work, but I'm going to check. So as you can see, they're all rotating to me. But the center of each of these zombies is in the middle, so that means I have to, when they're moving to the ground, I need to break this. I'm going to split struct bin. I'm going to split struct bin. So X and Y is the same, but Z is going to be plus 87. There we go. So they're all moving towards me very slowly. So first one, I'll shoot the torso. Oh, that's the arm. I'll start shooting them. See if I can get the head. Okay, I got the torso of that one. Okay, so that one's up in the air. It's because it's so high, this trace that I just created is not going down far enough, so I have to make it minus, instead of minus 200, I'll make it minus 1000. And also make this C, move to ground. I can do it like this. Well, so I really want to try and get the head of one of these characters. That's the head. It collapses. This one, I'll try and get the torso. So I'll get the legs. Okay, the capsules are one on top of the other. Okay, I'm going to cut it off here. I think I made some good progress. There's obviously a lot of tweaking that I need to do, but I think you get the point that all the different body parts or all the different animations are playing depending on where I shoot the zombie, and also I got it all moving towards the player. So I think it's pretty good progress for now. So hopefully you enjoyed that, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.